Hi, I'm Al Dworsky, and welcome to Bongo Grooves for Beginners. My friend Scott Sansby and I are up on the roof of his apartment, and throughout the video we're going to be playing together to give you an idea of how these rhythms can work in a jam session. But before we get into our first rhythm, I just need to say a few things about how to tune the bongos and how to hold them. Tuning is ultimately a matter of personal preference, and in this video you're going to hear my bongos tuned a lot of different ways. But I think most players would agree that the key to getting your bongos to sound good is to get your small drum tuned up nice and high. So I'm going around tightening each nut about 1/4 of a turn and trying to make sure that I tighten each one about the same amount so I keep an even pressure on the drum head. Then once I've got the small drum tuned where I want it, I check to make sure it's in a harmonious relationship with the big drum. Here the two drums are tuned 1/5 apart, which is a common tuning, but many other relationships will work. Now, as for holding the bongos comfortably, the secret is to position the big drum slightly lower against the top of your calf, just below your right knee, and the small drum slightly higher against your inner thigh just above the left knee. And notice that that puts the bongos at a slight angle. Now traditionally the small drum, which I'm going to call the high drum because of its higher pitch, goes on your left, and the big drum, which I'm going to call the low drum because of its lower pitch, goes on the right. But if you're left-handed, you can reverse the drums and reverse your hands on all the patterns in this video. I usually play my bongos on a stand because then my legs don't get tired and my feet are free to step the beat. It's also pretty easy to tune the bongos when they're on a stand because you can tune and tap at the same time. All right, we're ready to go. So let's get to our first rhythm.